Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and take pants last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the two and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. We break down the plays, but it's all in jest. With the laugh and the cheer, we bring out our best. No serious analysis, no expert critiques, just a bunch of mates sharing plenty of drinks. We'll wave the road, from sideline jokes to post-match tales, all big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world, where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporty crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Ahoy, wasted world of sports, here's to watch.
World of sports, eh?
See you on the pitch and drink some beer.
Oh, he's copped a head right to the nuts. Tedesco's butt crack.
Ahoy!
He's nearly taken security's head off.
I have no idea what the wasted world of sports is.
Helps if you turn the microphone on. Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! Welcome along. How is everybody doing? Oh, I better go live on the TikTok. Got to get in the reps over there on TikTok. Go live. Oh God, why didn't I update any of that? Bledisloe Cup. All Blacks. Ahoy there, Ethan. How are you, mate? Ethan Giles. All Blacks versus Wallabies. Now, the Bledisloe Cup is safe and secure in New Zealand for another year. So pride is all that there's left to play for here today. But pride is a very, very important thing. All right, go live. What? Camera source heavily obstructed. No, it's not, you goofy thing. Anyways, welcome to TikTok Live, Wasted World of Sports. TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, live across all platforms, and still every day investigating for more platforms to go live on. Looking at expanding our social media repertoire. All right, so All Blacks versus Wallabies. The Wallabies will be carrying a lot of momentum into this contest based on the way that last week ended. They will come in with a lot of confidence and a lot of momentum, but New Zealand is a completely different beast. This All Blacks team, it will feel like a loss to them last week. Even though they won, only just held on. So in my opinion, that's going to feel like a loss for them. So we'll almost be experiencing the bounce back factor. And for those who don't know what the bounce back factor is, obviously it's when a team puts in a poor performance and generally loses, and then they come back the next week and they put on an absolute clinic to the standard that you would expect them to have put on the prior week, and they come out with a big performance and a big victory. And that's what I'm expecting from the All Blacks here tonight. A big performance, a big bounce back, despite the fact that they did win last week. And we'll see how that goes. Now, I've got a 3-leg multi on this one. 3-leg, same-game multi. I've gone for Caleb Clarke, anytime try. TJ Perenara, anytime try. And Cody Taylor, anytime try. And that's a nice cheeky little payout of $140 if you jump on that one for a $10 wager. NRL Renzo, ahoy there. Over on the Tik Tok Live. I can actually see the TikTok chat room tonight, which is a nice little change from the last stream. Kind of. There we go. That's better if I move it over there. Yes, indeed. Wasted World of Sports live on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Here for the Bledisloe Cup. And then later tonight we will have, coming at you, the Sharks versus the Panthers in the second preliminary final in the NRL. So lots of action happening tonight as the Wallabies come out onto the field. Now, this is also in Wellington, this game. Wellington is traditionally not exactly the happiest of hunting grounds for the All Blacks. I don't think that that's really going to be too much of an issue, though. Too much of a bother for them. They will be smarting after last week, and they'll be keen for a big performance. I do think the All Blacks cover the line this week, despite their fairly poor comparative track record in Wellington. I am anticipating the All Blacks will cover that 21.5 points line. They'll put the absolute spanking on the Wallabies this week, in my opinion. What we saw from the opening 10 or 15 minutes last week, I'm anticipating that for the entirety of the match, basically, this week. I mean, I think this could be a big, big score. NRL Renzo says, I think it'll be a Penrith versus Storm grand final. I think so too, Renzo. Sam Cane, the milestone man. Round of applause. 100 games for the All Blacks. And it could have been so much more, but remember that Sam Cane was stuck behind some quality All Black number 7s early in his career. He could have had so much more than 100 test matches in different circumstances, in different eras. Ethan Giles says All Blacks or Australia. Well, as I've said, All Blacks for this one, I think, and All Blacks to win quite big. Caleb Clarke, I reckon 2+ tries is a good wager. Depending on what your bookie offers, it's worth going for. I think, yeah, Caleb Clarke, look for him to get very heavily involved tonight. And TJ Perenara, I think, lurking around the ruck. Beauden Barrett at number 10, though. That's the big change for me. Beauden Barrett at number 10. For those who are familiar with the channel, have been here before for an All Blacks rugby game, you'll know firsthand I am not the biggest fan of Damian McKenzie. I think Damian McKenzie has had more than ample opportunity to stamp his authority on the All Blacks 10 jersey. He hasn't. I think it is time to pull the plug on Damian McKenzie at international level. And it seems like maybe, well, he is on the pine. He's wearing the number 22 tonight. So I think it's good to see, though, Beauden Barrett back in the starting 10. The James, ahoy, mate. So that's my tips and wagers for this one. All Blacks to cover the line, the 21.5. I think they put an absolute pounding on the Wallabies this week. Caleb Clarke, 2+ tries. Same game multi, Caleb Clarke, TJ Perenara, and Cody Taylor. And also, I noticed that there's a cheeky little market on Sportsbet for a try to be scored inside the first 10 minutes. I reckon that's probably worth a pop as well. Just quietly, I think the All Blacks come out red hot and racing in this one. Ready to make a statement. The Anthems underway, and then we'll get the Haka. Which Haka will they pull out this week? It was Kapalongo last week. And I feel like they might whip that one out again this week. Speaking of whipping it out, does anyone remember Jerry Collins? No, cheers to Big Jerry. But does anyone remember the Bledisloe Cup where Jerry Collins had a cheeky little wee on the field, flopped it out under his shorts, and had a whiz right before kickoff? Those were the days. Sweat pouring off some of the players already, and they're only doing the anthems. It must be a... Well, it doesn't seem hot. Look at the crowd. There's beanies and jumpers everywhere. Anthems done and dusted. Time for the Haka. 100 games for Sam Cane. What a moment for him. So yes, if you want to jump on my same game multi, Caleb Clarke, TJ Perinara, and Cody Taylor, anytime try scorers. TJ's got to get the try in the first half. I can't imagine that he's going to get the full game. Cortez Ratama is on the bench, and he will be raring to go. So I don't think TJP is going to get a full match. He does get to lead the Haka, though. They love the scrum halves leading the Haka, don't they? I remember it was always Aaron Smith's gig. And now, TJ Perinara to lead the Haka. Which one's it going to be? It looks like they're lined up fairly traditionally. And we will just take in this moment as the All Blacks lay down the challenge for the Wallabies. And it is traditional. It is the traditional kamate. Yes, they were lined up for it. Challenge is laid down. Can the Wallabies respond? All Blacks, Wallabies about to kick off. Now, are you staying there, are you? You seem very cozy there. Well, as we were talking about, Wellington, not a happy hunting ground for the All Blacks. I don't know why they keep having tests there. No, family ties, Ethan. Family ties. I spent a lot of time when I was born in Australia, but I spent a lot of time. Oh, you heard that noise, didn't you? There you go. So I spent a lot of time when I was young with the Kiwi side of my family, and they were always watching the rugby. And I was watching a lot of rugby league with my dad, who's Australian through and through, goes for the Panthers. So, yeah, I was grew up enjoying both codes, but in the rugby, I took the New Zealand side of the family. Jamesy boys! Jamesy boys! Hey UFC, how are you, mate? Two seconds till kickoff. All right. Bledisloe 2 is underway. The Wallabies get us started, and it is Scotty Barrett who's lifted up to take it inside their own 22. The All Blacks immediately set up the rolling maul, and they are marching forward here. Perenara's got it at the back. Time to set up some ruck play and get the clearing kick in. That was a promising start for the All Blacks. A rolling maul from the kickoff. Perenara now clears from the base of the ruck. Taken at the back by the Wallabies. And Australia have it on halfway. Let's try and sort this out. Still hasn't updated. There we go. Now it's updated. Live updates is what we want to bring you there. And we've got an issue early for one of the Wallabies props. Tupou is down. Big Taniela Tupou. And he looks like he's in a world of hurt. So this is going to be a pretty big injury stoppage by the looks of it. Hard to see what really happened there. Scott Barrett, I don't think there were any illegalities in the tackle. He's just gone down hurt. And Alatoa ready to come straight on. And this, it could potentially be a disastrous start for the Wallabies. You don't want to be losing Tupou this early. UFC, rough night for the Maltese last night. Yes. Very disappointing. That missed knock-on really changed the momentum of the game. Hard to believe that knock-on got missed. But anyway, look, credit to the Storm. Obviously, they deserve to be in the grand final. They have been one of the two superior sides. It's been Penrith, Storm, Daylight, and then the rest of the teams. I think the competition was pretty even from third all the way down to about 14. And of course, from 8 through to about 12th, those teams could have shuffled around in any order. As Tupou still getting looked at here. Injury stoppage for those just joining in. Injury stoppage. Oh, he's up. He's getting into the scrum. Well, this is going to be an interesting scrum. His leg was clearly not right. This will be a very interesting scrum for the Wallabies. You don't want to be going up against a 913-kilogram pack with a bung leg. Neutralizer, ahoy, mate. Reed Nichols, ahoy. Welcome along. Waste of Water Sports live on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Scrum goes down. We need a reset. This scrum on halfway. Wallabies feed. Tupou was just looked at. Something was potentially wrong with his leg. He's got up and kept going. And has decided to go into the scrum. CJ Dunn, ahoy, mate. Ahoy, Dan, thanks for calling the game. No problems, CJ. Gordon feeds as the scrum sets. It holds firm this time. Okay, the Wallabies did all right there. Now they put on a blindside play. Chip and chase over the top for Kellaway. Will Jordan misses it at the back. Bowden Barrett spills it, and the Wallabies had a try beckoning there, and Jake Gordon can't collect the loose ball. He knocks it on, and the All Blacks have dodged an almighty bullet. 2.5 minutes into this game, all he had to do, Jake Gordon, was dive on the loose ball. He's tried to pick it up. He tried to get fancy. Knock on against the Wallabies. Harvey, ahoy there, mate. This game is on Channel 9 in Australia. Channel 9 and Stan Sports. That was very scrappy at the back. Oh, Jake Gordon. He will be watching the replays of that, and he will be tearing his hair out. Goal line dropout here for the All Blacks. Barrett goes deep. Taken on halfway by Wright. And Harry Wilson runs it from the back fence. Wallabies in possession. 3.5 minutes gone. No score. Hey. Through the phases now inside the 22. Wallabies. Oh, sorry, it's on Gem. My apologies. Gem, which is an affiliate of Channel 9. Ten metres out from the line. Penalty advantage, Wallabies. 6 metres out. Short side goes Tupou. Spills it forward. Gets away with it. Wallabies maintain possession. 10 phases. Valentini. One out from the ruck. They're playing under penalty advantage here. Surely they have some form of set piece. And now here it comes. They release it wide. But the All Blacks are numbered up. And Wright has to step back in field. He's held up and driven backwards by Sarvea and Kane. He's got to get to ground or he'll lose this ball, and he does eventually. 12 phases now. The Wallabies still under penalty advantage. Sending it out to the left. Staying on the left-hand side. Pasami is taken down. And Gordon loses the ball, but will come back for the penalty. Referee has said, enough of this. You're losing so many meters. No thought of the 3 points here. The Wallabies are going to put this into touch. Ethan, this is Alaura. And she's very, very scared of the intense winds. The wind blows the curtains up, and I don't know, she thinks there's a ghost or something. Throw into the line out here for Fessler. Goes to the front. Wallabies secure ball. Valentini slips. But they do have the maul set up. Driving away, Fessler. It almost opened up for him. This has been a good start. Continuity out the wazoo for the Wallabies. Tupou up to Bell. And Angus Bell just a couple of metres short. Penalty advantage again. All Blacks are under the pump here early. Nick Frost goes into contact. In front of the post now. Cut out pass creates some space for Wright. And a beautiful legs tackle by Clarke. Caleb Clarke puts him down. The tackle that needed to be made. And now the Wallabies with the mistake will come back for the penalty. All the way back across to the other edge of the field. And I dare say the Wallabies, they'll put this into touch and go again. They have started very impressively here. But the All Blacks, they're holding up under the pressure. Neutralizer says Lions are the 2024. Oh, they're going to tap and go here, the Wallabies. They're not even putting it into touch. They're going to tap and fire the ball out the back. Hunter Pasami. It was a trick play attempt there from the Wallabies, but I don't know what it was all about necessarily. Down the short side goes Tupou. Half a metre out. The ball spills out the back of the ruck. They're close here, the Wallabies. Pick and go. Over the line. Gets it down. And Harry Wilson, is it? Who comes up with it? Vessler. Who's there with it? Wilson's in there. Fraser McWright's in there. Who's claiming it? Fraser McWright, I think. Fraser McWright with the first try of the match. Wallabies lead 5-0. Kick to come. Well, where is this All Blacks bounce back that I was anticipating? What a start for the Wallabies. Dominating possession, dominating territory early on. And leading this game. 5-0 conversion from Bledisloe. He puts it through. What a dream start this is. For the Wallabies, that is. 7 points to 0. I mean, that's what they needed to do. They needed to race out to a quick start here. All Blacks get us back underway. Wallabies back in possession. Expansive play from inside their own 22. It's risky, but it's worked out. Here's a line break. Inside pass. Some space now for Gordon. Oh, lost the ball there from Nick Frost. Play on, says the referee. No, now he's called it. Lost forward by Frost, but wow, the Wallabies taking the All Blacks by surprise here. Running it at them. And a line break from inside their own 22. Took them all the way down the other end of the field. And it was nearly on again. Well, this is really, really surprising. Melissa, Helen, ahoy there. You're very good at commentating the game. Thank you. Cheers, Melissa. Sam Vousden, ahoy, mate. Scrum down for the All Blacks. They have dodged another bullet there, must be said. Bowden Barrett changes direction. Out to Jordan, who kicks through for Clarke. Needs it to sit up, but it dribbles into touch. Wallabies will have the line-out throw. Connor Crowley says it is a good match so far, bro. Yes, it is. Been very entertaining so far. Wallabies throw to the middle. A little wrap around there with Fessler. Now, Kellaway runs out the back. Some expansive play again from the Wallabies. Taking the All Blacks by surprise here. This has got the feels of the 2023 Rugby World Cup. Was it 2023 Rugby World Cup semi-final? Where they came out and really took the All Blacks by surprise. Ran it at them from all areas of the field. Penalty now. Hands in the ruck. And Australia will get more territory. Vincent Spears music. Ahoy, mate. And CJ Dunn. Ahoy. Throw into the lineup for the Wallabies again to the middle. Again successful. And Valentini in midfield. Sets up the ruck. 12 minutes gone. Wallabies leading 7-0. Savia stuck in there at the back of the ruck. Lucky to not give away a penalty. Inside ball is loose. And it's lost forward. And it's scrappy out the back from the All Blacks as well. Nobody can hold on to it. And we'll come back for the scrum. The knock on against Australia first. It'll be an All Blacks feed, but An opportunity to counter-attack has gone begging there. The All Blacks just completely unable to hold on to the ball at the moment. UFC's gone with one of the same game multi-legs, Australia, to cover the 18.5 line. Wow, 18.5 line. You know what they had the line at by the time I got my bets on, which doesn't include the line. The line had blown out to 21.5. Another 3 points. CJ Dunn says, I don't mind if the Wallabies put on a good performance here. Nothing to lose. Scrum sets, Perinara feeds. Salvia from the back of the scrum to Perinara. Cut out pass here for Reese. Reese tries to dummy the kick and step back in field, but it's well read by the Wallabies defence. All Blacks have it on halfway. Barrett dummies the kick. Passes out to Cody Taylor. They wander into Australia territory. Here's Jordan. To Leonard Brown. To Ioane. Space now for Caleb Clarke. Goes on a charge down the left edge. Inside the 22. Scotty Barrett. Going through the phases now, the All Blacks. Getting a feel for the play. Vae. Inside the 22. Penalty to the Wallabies. Holding on. Well, hard to see where that penalty came from. Harry Wilson, when I looked away from the chat room and onto the screen, Harry Wilson was on his back on the ground, where, of course, you can't play the ball. It'll be interesting to see a replay of that one. Well defended, though, from the Wallabies. And Lalesio clears it up over halfway into All Black territory. Oh, they're here to play this week, the Wallabies. Well, we did talk in the pre-game about the confidence that the Wallabies would have taken out of last week. Throw to the middle. Tapped back by Frost. And Valentini will set it up in midfield. Wallabies ball. They have got some fancy plays here from the back of the rucks, the Wallabies. Some good interplay between the backs and the forwards. I mean, nothing's really happening. Stolen ball, and now Vae runs away up over halfway. Brought down. It's loose out the back from the All Blacks. Really lacking the execution at the moment. Satiti steps through. He's got support from Leonard Brown. Cut out pass for Sevu Reece. Reece puts on the afterburners. And Sevu Reece will score for the All Blacks. They hit straight back. 7 points to 5. The kick to come. Wallace and Gromit Satiti sets it up with the line break. It was far from fluent, but they got there in the end. Leonard Brown summed it up perfectly in the end. Cut out pass to Reece. And there was no stopping Sevu Reece in open space. Michelle, ahoy there. Seven points to 5, the kick to come. UFC says, imagine what you would see if you could see us like we could see you. It actually terrifies me slightly, the prospect of that. As Bowden Barrett hooks it across the face of posts. Can't get it to come back around. And the Wallabies stay in the lead by 7 points to 5. Whoops. Oh, God, what have I done? I've just lost all my screens. See, I was trying to get too fancy. I was trying to get too fancy there. And now I've lost everything. Wallabies with the restart, I know that much. And Scotty Barrett brings it down. This is Alara, but we affectionately call her Falcor on the streams. Penalty to the Wallabies from the restart. The All Blacks again fluffing their lines at ruck time. Surely they'll consider taking the 3 here. Yes, they do. They consider taking the 3. And take the 3, they do. Arcade Angel, ahoy there. Welcome along over there on TikTok, Wasted World of Sports. Live on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Bringing you all the sports action. Bledisloe. An attempt to extend the Wallabies lead here back out to 5. Oh, he does he? That's cool. It's on target. It's over. And the Wallabies lead 10 points to 5. 19 minutes gone. And this has been a good start for the Wallabies. Pressure on the kick. Frost is taken in the air. Good. No, taken out in the air. Caleb Clarke on Nick Frost. Penalty to the Wallabies. And the All Blacks are just not getting it right at the moment. Now, we talked about this in the pre-game, how I was expecting a bounce back, despite the fact that they won last week, the All Blacks. But Wellington has not been a happy hunting ground. I've seen a lot of commentary about the place of how, should the All Blacks lose this game, they should immediately eliminate Wellington from the test schedule. Stolen line out. And the All Blacks are back in possession. Counter-attack opportunity. Ioane throws a terrible pass out in front of Sevu Reece, who does extremely well to hold on to it. But he is now close to the sideline, has to throw it back in field. And the Wallabies are going to get a line-out throw after all that. And again, execution, letting the All Blacks down. Letting them down big time, it's got to be said. This has been a really poor performance so far. Wallabies go over the top of the line out to Frost. And they secure possession. Penalty to the All Blacks. They get in over the top of that one. Forcing Frost to hold on to the ball. And he holds on just a little bit too long. Touch finder goes up over halfway. Oh, God. And why has this been this way? I need to figure out on the TikTok Live Studio how to get the scene to update. All right. Straight through goes Will Jordan. Nobody in front of him. Will Jordan from the line out on the back of the penalty. Will Jordan's gone straight through. And the All Blacks are about to take the lead. Now that was vintage Will Jordan right there. While I'm distracted over here, trying to figure this out. Why the score's not updating on TikTok. Will Jordan has just gone straight through. And the All Blacks are about to lead this game for the first time. He just doesn't pay enough. CJ Dunn has said, I'm surprised Will Jordan was not in your multi. Honestly, I love Will Jordan. He's one of my favourite players, but he just does not pay enough money. You get the win, of course. But, yeah, he just doesn't offer enough value because it's so expected. Wallabies get us back underway. The All Blacks are leading 12-10 off the side of the boot with the clearing kick from TJ Perenara. It's a shocker. He is understandably not happy with that at all. Wallabies go to the back of the line out this time. Valentini sets up the rolling maul. They have to release it. It's going nowhere fast. Wilson. Loose out the back. It's been collected though. Wallabies still in possession. Angus Bell. Through the phases. Wallabies on the attack. A no-look pass there. I don't know who he was trying to fool. A no-look pass that went all of 20 centimetres to his left. Again, loose ball out the back of the ruck. The All Blacks can rush up in defence. Fraser McWright. Caught in midfield. 9 phases, though. The Wallabies are doing well to hold on to the ball tonight. Tom Wright. Trapped in possession. Angus Bell again. 12 phases now. Gordon gets in, brings it out. The All Blacks don't commit a lot of numbers here. They're just looking for the Wallabies to make a mistake. "14 phases here for the Wallabies. And now they get a little bit too close to the sideline. And over they go into touch. The All Blacks defence holds firm. And they're just starting to shift this momentum. Well and truly in their favour now, the All Blacks. Oh dear. "12 points to 10 they lead. Despite this thing not updating. But this TikTok studio is a bit of a pain in the anussi, isn't it? Penalty to the All Blacks. Barrett finds touch inside Wallabies territory. 12 points to 10. All Blacks in the lead. Taylor with the line-out throw. Goes to the middle. Stolen by the Wallabies. They pinch the line out and they immediately spread it wide to the right. A clearing kick from Pasami. Taken by Jordan on the full at the back. Jordan now sets up a counter-attack, brings it to halfway. They hold him up. He gets to ground now on the halfway line. Perenara clears it. Bowden Barrett to Cody Taylor. Staying on the short side here. Leonard Brown dummies. Nobody falls for it. He does set up another ruck successfully, though. Kane still just shy of the halfway line here. All Blacks. Bowden Barrett, flat pass to Satiti. Creeping ever closer to the halfway line. Barrett again. To Leonard Brown. Throws it out now for Ioane, who dummies and is well wrapped up. Pops it back for Reese. They're inside Wallabies territory. They race up on Barrett. Manages to step into a little bit of space. And goes again now. Bowden out the back to Jordan. The Wallabies defence is holding strong at the moment, though. Through the hands, Vai to Ioane. Double pump and cut out pass to Cody Taylor on the wing. Not who they want out there. Barrett now with the chip and chase. It's read by the Wallabies defenders. And it's a penalty to the New Zealand All Blacks penalty. And Ikitau is down in back play. It's a penalty right out in front for the All Blacks. Bowden Barrett tries to tap and go quickly. But the referee's having none of it. We're having a look at Ikitau here. Injury stoppage. It looks like the penalty is going to stand. As much as the Wallabies are trying to milk it. They're not taking the 3 here. They are going to put it into touch. And Len Ikitau is not in a good way. Oh! Fails to find touch. Well saved there. Who is that? Dylan Peach. What an unbelievable save from the touch finder. It will still be some resemblance of a net gain, though, for the All Blacks. They have the throw into the line out. Roughly 45 metres out from the Wallabies try line. Taylor. Decoys everywhere. Ends up going to the front. And Vai sets up the maul. 12 points to 10 it is, by the way. I don't know why the TikTok scoreboard's not updating. It's a pain in the absolute ballsack. That TikTok Live Studio. Rubbish piece of software. Big counter ruck there from the Wallabies, but All Blacks hold on to it. Kane goes into contact, sets up another ruck. Barrett to clear. Puts it high and contestable. Sevu Reese is flying through, putting pressure on right. Well, it's Lalesio, actually, who's taken it. Sean Morrissey, ahoy, buddy. Welcome along over there on TikTok Live. The score, of course, is 12 points to 10 for the All Blacks. I don't know why it's not updating. It is what it is, I suppose. 12-10, All Blacks. 31 minutes gone. And now, stepping straight through is Tom Wright. Needs support. Throws the most forward pass you'll ever see in your entire existence over the sideline and into touch. He was trying to chew off a few too many meters there with that cutout pass. Tom Wright did all the hard work. Put the step on. Fancy footwork around Sam Cane. But then he threw it a mile forward. Oh dear. Taylor goes to the back. Satiti feeds it back for Perenara. And charging onto it is Caleb Clarke. Staying on the short side, it's loose. And it's lost forward from Artie Sarvea under the defensive pressure from Harry Wilson. The Wallabies racing up and forcing the All Blacks into errors. The execution from the All Blacks tonight has been disastrous. But a lot of that is down to the defensive pressure that the Wallabies are exerting on them here. 12 points to 10. The All Blacks with the lead. And I'll see if I can get this amended over here. Our TikTok live feed. Nice little break there from Tom Wright. Okay, so what if I hide that one? Alright, it's incredibly tiny. But at least we might have a little bit more joy from that one. Maybe. Okay, I can actually make it larger. A little bit. Ah, that's horrible though, isn't it? Scrum down here. Anyway, that'll do. We are still working out all the kinks in the TikTok live feed. Get there in the end. Scrum down. Wallabies hold it at the back. Looking for the penalty and getting the penalty for Wallabies. They do get the penalty on the halfway line. 7 minutes to go till the halftime break. A chance for more points before the break if they can get down the other end. And Bledisloe does just that. Another solid touch finder. And the Wallabies can go on the attack here. Taking it back into All Black territory. 22 metres out from the try line. Bledisloe throws to the middle. Pressure on Frost. Manages to claim it though. Valentini under a knock-on advantage here. So that won't last very long. Frost. Now he's under pressure. Frost, he's isolated. Managing to hold on though. Wallabies still in possession. Now they get a penalty advantage. Valentini bumps off Vi. They're 5 metres out here, the Wallabies. Lined up to the right. Well read by the All Blacks defence. Keeping them pinned down here. Bledisloe. Cut out pass across to Kellaway. They're up quickly on him. Kellaway out to Bell. 8 phases now. Wallabies still inside the All Blacks 22, but losing ground as the All Blacks defensive line is reset. Holding this pass up. Cuts it out for Peach, who cuts back in field. They're about 10 to the left of the posts. Ikitau, he's all right now. He's up and going again. Jeremy Williams, 5 out now. Valentini with the pick and go. The All Blacks defend valiantly. Another pick and go. Fraser McWright wants a double. He manages to shuffle away from the defense. Swings around, and he's held up over the line by Ioane and Tupou Vai. We will come back for the penalty. Referee was playing advantage. And the Wallabies will certainly consider taking the 3 here, surely. They must consider the 3-pointer here to take the lead. "35.5 minutes gone. And a 1-point lead is beckoning here for the Wallabies if they want it. Yes, the tee is out. I mean, this is literally right in front of the sticks. To make it 13 points to 12, approaching the halftime break. One thing I've noticed from this All Blacks team recently is that they just they haven't been able to nail these moments pre-halftime and post-halftime. One of the qualities of the All Blacks was always they would just out of nowhere, they would score points right before halftime and then immediately after halftime. What we saw last week was the Wallabies take the momentum into the break and were first to score right after the break. And are we seeing it again here? The Wallabies take the lead, 13 points to 12. The penalty goal from right out in front. 3 minutes to go till the halftime break. And the Wallabies have come to play, and once again, Wellington proving to be an unhappy hunting ground for the All Blacks. There is just something about this place. Now the Wallabies. Expansive play again inside their own 22. Which kind of takes the All Blacks by surprise. They haven't made many meters though. Angus Bell is brought down. Barrett's over the top, but he's cleared out. Hands off now, says the referee. 13 points to 12. The lead for the Wallabies. Clearing kick from the back of the ruck there from Gordon. Only up to halfway. Jordan takes it, links up with Bodie. Bodie off to Caleb Clarke, who steps and goes straight through. Oh, they just bring him down by the barest of margins on the back of the jersey. Front foot ball still, though, for the All Blacks. Barrett, Ioane, puts Sevu Reece into a little bit of space down this right-hand flank. Has to cut back in field as he goes dangerously close to the sideline, Sevu. This is where the All Blacks of old used to step up and make teams pay. Can they do it here? They're inside the 22. Barrett to Satiti. Satiti pops it out for Jordan. Keeps the ball alive now for Leonard Brown. They're 10 out from the line. Over on that far edge. Satiti wanted it, but Sarvea got in there and intercepted it from his own teammate. Sets up another ruck. Lomax. Into contact. There's still 7 out here. Penalty advantage, Wallabies failing to roll away. And Perinara fires a loose pass over to the touchy. And we'll come back for the penalty and they'll take the 3 here. They'll take the 3. The All Blacks and reclaim that lead right on the stroke of half-time, you would expect. No, they're putting it into touch. The All Blacks, this is a big call. It was a gift 3-pointer. They have put it into touch. They are going for the line out. They're going for the try. Here's where Cody Taylor comes into play and my multi. Big time. Big throw, this one. They go to the middle. Barrett Scott, that is, comes down with it. The Wallabies drive through, but the All Blacks are still set. The maul is still set. They've got it at the back. And it goes again. Good go forward here on the maul. 5 meters out. Who's got it at the back? It's Satiti. Satiti's brought down. The Wallabies come through illegally, though, and collapse. It'll be another penalty. This half won't be over yet. Bowden Barrett across to Jordan. Jordan steps on the outside. Flicks past to Reece. Sevu Reece brings it back into midfield with Bowden Barrett. Leonard Brown now. Straight through the gap goes Caleb Clarke. And Caleb Clarke will score under the posts. There's one for the multi. And that is the All Blacks of old right there. A try right on the stroke of half-time. Caleb Clarke coming up with the goods. They had penalty advantage. That's why they just threw the ball around everywhere. Harlem Globetrotter style. And then it just opened up and some lazy defense there from Harry Wilson. You hate to point the finger at one player, but that was incredibly lazy. And straight through goes Caleb Clarke for one of the 2 tries that we need him for. And the All Blacks will lead at the break, 19 points to 13. And that is a real heartbreaker for the Wallabies. They have played such a fabulous first half of footy. They had been going so well. But it's the All Blacks doing what the All Blacks do. And they will end up taking this lead into the halftime break. 19 points to 13 at halftime. Wow, what a half of footy. The Wallabies have come to play, but the All Blacks, they just stepped up when they needed to. It was the All Blacks of old. All right, I'm going to have myself a quick break for halftime as well. Just like the players, we need to have a rest and get ready to bring you all the second half action. We got a tick off the multi, which is nice. Caleb Clarke, we just need him for another one. And we'll be all sweet. All right, halftime here, Waste of Water Sports. Back for the second half action after this. Cheers for being with us so far.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and 10 pass last from the kickoff to the final whistles blow. We'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the choice. Join us in our world where the banter is sharing plenty of drinks. We'll raise a low, from sideline jokes to post-match tales. All big goofs and their big fails. We're not so serious, and that's our style. With each ahoy, we raise our skies. Ahoy, ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasting room sports, we're having a good time. So come along and join our sporting crew, where the banter's always fresh and the laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to our cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink some beer. Yeah!
All right, Wasted World of Sports, welcome back. Halftime here. 19 points to 13. The All Blacks have channeled the All Blacks of old, and they have scored right on the stroke of halftime. Now, we still need Caleb Clarke for another on one of our bets, and of course the three-legger. We still need TJP and Cody Taylor. Semi White asked what time for the Panthers-Sharks game. The Panthers-Sharks will be on in approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes from now. The stream is already set up on YouTube, so feel free to head to the Wasted World of Sports channel and hit the reminder, the alert, whatever it is, the notification, whatever the goddamn thing's called, and be ready for that one. Sharks Panthers coming up. Dan Jam, ahoy mate! Dan Jam, you have missed a solid 40 minutes from the Wallabies, and they will be sitting there in the sheds at half-time, scratching their heads as to why they are trailing by 6 points. It's been scrappy by the All Blacks, lacking execution, but they've got it together just enough to have scored 3 tries and have the lead at the half-time break. But in all seriousness, the Wallabies, they will be sitting in those sheds at halftime just wondering where it all went wrong. I mean, they dominated large portions of that half. Territory, possession, it was all in favour of the Wallabies. So to find themselves staring down a 6-point deficit at the break, 6 points is not a lot. They can still be very, very proud of what they've accomplished so far in this half. Still, how do they find themselves trailing? Coming up here on the Wasted World of Sports for the rest of the day, the duration of today/tonight. Of course, the NRL continues. The second preliminary final between the Sharks and the Panthers, who will be going on to face the Melbourne Storm in the grand final. Common sense suggests it will be the Panthers, of course. And then the Rugby Championship, essentially the battle for top spot. It's going to take an almighty effort for Argentina to claim top spot. I mean, they need to thump the Springboks. But technically, mathematically and technically, it is the battle for top spot here. Argentina versus South Africa. Coming up later tonight here on the Wasted World of Sports as well. Live on YouTube, live on TikTok, live on Facebook. We're slowly but surely getting there, branching out into the other social media platforms. We're starting to get on top of TikTok, understanding how that all works. No longer are the TikTok streams just my camera pointed at a computer screen. But obviously still some kinks to work out over there. YouTube is our main platform. Dan Jam, I didn't end up doing the Super League. I did not. Oh, God, have I unmuted myself? Oh, thank Christ. Wouldn't that be hilarious if I'm standing here for 5 minutes just prattling on to myself? Wouldn't be the first time that I've ever done that. Yeah, look, I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning in preparation for the game, but it was just so cold. Man, oh, I tell you, it was ridiculously cold this morning here in Brisbane. It was insanity. I couldn't believe it. So I've got this case of beer, right? Got this case of beer in the studio that I hadn't put in the fridge. I just left it out overnight. Now, it arrived to me cold. So there was it was already chilled to perfection when it arrived. But it was so cold last night and this morning that when I eventually got up to get ready to do this game, I came into the studio. Swear to Christ, the beers were still cold. Now, not cold enough that you would drink them. I still had to put them in the fridge to chill a little bit more, but they hadn't come down to room temperature. They were still chilled a little bit. It was insane. That's how cold it was here this morning for some reason. So, yeah, I kind of got up and went, you know what? I'll leave it be, I think. And it transpires, obviously, I missed a good one. It seemed like it was a good game there in the Betfred Super League. And I'll tell you what else I did. When I was bringing the six-pack that I've got here beside me out of the fridge, of course, I've held it in such a way that a couple of cans have dropped out of the packaging and fallen on the floor. So I've left those till last. It's going to be very interesting later tonight when I open those. It could be a big explosion all over my face. Let's just put it that way. Melissa Helen says it was a cold start with the cheers at the end. Sean Morrissey, thank you very much for the follow over there on TikTok. Apparently I need 500 and I don't know why, but apparently I need 597 followers. I don't know why 597. It seems like such an odd number. Like surely it would be just round up to 600, right? You would think. That's what you would think. But apparently it's 597. I need to get for I don't know some sort of achievement on TikTok. I don't know. TikTok makes no sense to me. I've got to be honest. I'm streaming live on TikTok now for the Ways to World of Sports, but I've got to be honest. I don't understand it at all. And I scroll through all the videos. It's just videos of people dancing or miming to songs. Milli Vanilli were ahead of their time, man. That's what I'm telling you. Milli Vanilli were ahead of their time. Still half time here, Semi-White. Don't you worry, mate. I will let everybody know when the second half is underway. The Wallabies are running out onto the field now. Scratching their heads, I'm sure, as to how they found themselves behind by 6 points at the break. After such a good performance. Teams out for the second half. All Blacks leading 19 points to 13. .40 away from another clean sweep over the Wallabies. For the Wallabies, 40 minutes to fight back. Barrett gets us underway. Goes short with the kickoff. Claimed by the Wallabies. Gordon. Oh, that's a loose pass across the face of Valentini to Fraser McWright. Did well to hold on to it. Now Lalesio clears. Taken on the full of the back by Jordan. Jordan sums up his options. Looks for support. He's got Bodie. Barrett's wrapped up and brought down. They're inside the Wallabies half, though. Satiti goes straight through. Another solid game so far from Wallace and Gromit Satiti. Caleb Clarke now takes on Pasami and comes off second best. That was great defense from Hunter Pasami. Perinara down the short side to Ioane. Ducks under the defense and goes inside the 22. All Blacks, a sharp start to the second half. Satiti again. A bit isolated here. The Wallabies in over the top of it. But the All Blacks secure possession. Keeping this one alive. 22 out. Oh, bobbled ball from Lomax, who spills it cold. Terrell Lomax. Hang your head in shame, sir. That was horrible. And Zoe! Ahoy, Zoe! Thank you very much for liking the stream. Zoe plays. I am so impressed after so long still running around in the Intoxiblocks t-shirt. Another injury stoppage here for Taniela Tupou. Last time it was his leg, this time it's his shoulder. And if he's got a bung leg and now a bung shoulder to go with it, thumbs up from the trainers. He will play on. Zakor Kadir. Will it be Penrith Panthers play Melbourne Storm next Sunday for the NRL Grand Final? I would say it's more than likely to be the case. Yes, Zakor. More than likely that will be the case. All season long in the NRL, Penrith and Melbourne have just been on a different planet than everybody else, haven't they? It's been unreal. Scrum down here. Wallabies will have the feed. 22 out from their own try line. Gordon feeds it. Big push here from the All Blacks. But the Wallabies secure possession and bring it out the back. A kick through. Looking for Kellaway, but it sits up for Jordan. And Jordan counterattacks. Back into midfield. Well wrapped up, though. All Blacks ball. Back in possession now. Back on the attack. 2.5 gone in this second half. Anton Leonard-Brown with nowhere to go. Settling it in midfield here, the All Blacks. Waiting for something to crack. A little half gap. A penalty advantage. Something. Barrett now chips in field for Will Jordan. It's loose out the back and Gordon collects it for the Wallabies and clears for his dear life up towards halfway. They tried something a little different there, the All Blacks. It didn't work out. But hats off for trying something out of the box. They will have the line-out throw on halfway. Tupou has finally succumbed to those injuries. And Ala Alatoa is on the field. All Blacks go over the top to Kane. Back in field to Clarke. Clarke is still going, dragging Wallaby defenders with him. Wallabies driving over the top. Counter ruck is good. Perenara does well to secure possession for the home side. Forces Kane into scrum half. And now Satiti's rocked backwards in the tackle. Normal business resumes. And Bowden Barrett from halfway kicks for the corner. Kellaway takes it. It wasn't a deep kick. And it was not contestable. Spills out the back of the ruck. Hands in, says the referee. Penalty to the Wallabies. And that was just all around a really scrappy piece of play. Really poor work from the All Blacks there, it must be said. 4.5 minutes gone in this second half. They started well. They being the All Blacks. Started well, but it's all gone a little bit pear-shaped there. Wallabies go to the front of the line out. Kellaway to right. Right fires it across for Peach. Straight into the chest of Will Jordan. They now counter-attack. Jordan kicks through, looking for this ball to sit up for Ioane, but it beats everybody over the dead ball line. Dylan Peach looking for the kick over the top of the defense, but he puts it straight onto the chest of Jordan, and that was dangerous. They get away with it there, the Wallabies. But boy, that could have gone absolutely anywhere. We come back to the 22 for the restart. They're having a laugh about it, the Wallabies, but geez, that is a laugh of relief, is what it is. Benching Damian McKenzie 7 years ago would have been the right decision. Dan Jam? To be perfectly honest, Satiti pops it up now for Bell. Bell keeps it alive. Back for Satiti. Perenara wraps around and into space. He's inside the 22. And Andrew Kellaway with a try-saving steal. Beautiful work there by Kellaway. Rips it away from TJ Perenara. The kick into touch from the Wallabies. The clearance. Fantastic work there from Kellaway. All Blacks line out throw. 10 meters. Wallaby side of halfway. They go to the middle. It's loose. Knocked back by the Wallabies and now lost forward by Perenara. Knock-on advantage will come down for a scrum. Although the Wallabies are playing on for the moment. And the referee has said penalty to the Wallabies for the All Blacks diving in over the top. Sam Cane got it a little bit wrong there. And again, the All Blacks, after a promising start, the execution and discipline has gone right out the window. Damian McKenzie's up. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. See, because the Wallabies are not getting blown away here. They are not getting torn to shreds. We're not going back for McKenzie, surely. We cannot possibly be going back to Damian McKenzie. Please, for the love of God. All Blacks come away with the loose ball. Anyway, Kane in midfield to Leonard Brown, who kicks through for Ioane. Needs this to sit up. Ioane overruns it, manages to knock it back, and the Wallabies come away with the loose ball. Kane is in over the top and wins the penalty. Sam Kane in game number 100. And now the All Blacks have knocked it on. They've tapped and gone quickly, and Perinara's knocked it on. Okay, even though it's disastrous for my multi, it is probably time to get Cortez Ratama out there. It will be atrocious for my same-game multi, but I do think some fresh legs needed. Cortez Ratama needs to get out there ASAP. Sam Cane can only shake his head. He had done all the hard work. Sam Cane in game number 100 did all the hard work. Won the turnover, won the penalty. And then Perinara taps quickly, completely unnecessarily, mind you, and spills the ball. Time to get Cortez Ratama out onto the field. We've got a little stoppage here for blood bin. One of the All Blacks there busted open. So, as horrible as it will be for my same-game multi, I am advocating Cortez Ratama coming onto the field now to replace TJ Perinara. The scrum sets. Wallabies feed. It collapses, but it's out. And Kellaway switches direction, comes back down the short side. Wallabies creep into All Blacks territory and spill the ball forward. Taylor runs away with it. Out to Leonard Brown. Counter-attack opportunity now. Ioane onto Jordan. Gave it a little too early. They had a 3-on-2, but he gave it a little too soon. Now Taylor just has to reset. 50 minutes gone. 19-13. The All Blacks leading. They were given a 21.5 margin by the bookies. Bowden to Scott. Sevu Reece now. Pick and go. Fires it across into midfield. For Ethan de Groot. Now Satiti. A solid game all round from Satiti. He has been one of the All Blacks' best up front tonight. Jordan in at first receiver. Loose pass to Ioane. Through the hands now. Reece and Cody Taylor's away down the wing. Steps back in field. Hands on the ball here for the Wallabies. Looking for the turnover. But the referee gives a long advantage to the All Blacks. Satiti pops the pass out for Surveyor in a little bit of space. The cover defense slides across, and Surveyor has to step back in field. Perinara now runs across the face of the defense. Links up with Lomax to straighten. 22 out, right in front of the post here, the Wallabies. Ioane tries to burrow under. Plants it back. 10 phases now for the All Blacks. Vae with another settler up the middle. Surveyor. Again, just trying to draw in the Wallabies defenders. They're not committing. The Wallabies defense does not commit to the ruck. 22 out from the line now. In midfield still. Perinara to Bowden Barrett. Pops it out for Kane. Kane throws it back for Ioane, who spills it. The execution of the All Blacks. Disastrous. Ioane under no pressure. Spills that pop pass from Sam Cane. This is perhaps the single worst performance that I've seen from the All Blacks in a very long time. Williams comes on now for de Groot. The execution from the All Blacks tonight, or lack thereof. What a disaster it has been. Still hope here for the Wallabies. Well and truly still in this game. 52 minutes gone. 19 points to 13. And there is a big, big sigh in the coach's box from Scotty Razor Robertson. And understandably so. It's just the basics. The basics of the game. Catch and pass. Catch and pass. Simple as that. And the All Blacks are forgetting the catching part tonight. Lots of handling errors. There's been a really, really poor performance. All right, so we still need Caleb Clarke for another one. Never mind the same game multi that I've got up on the screen. We don't necessarily care all that much about that one. Big push there from the All Blacks. Wallabies get the ball out quickly. A kick into space. Sits up awkwardly at the back. It's tapped forward by the Wallabies, and Jordan now collects it. And it opens up for Jordan in midfield. Where's the support? Nowhere to be found. Front foot ball, though, for the All Blacks. 15 out from the try line. Perinara goes to Kane in midfield, or Scotty Barrett. There's Kane now. On to Leonard Brown. 10 metres out from the line. Perinara to Jordan. Pops it up for Ioane. Manages somehow to stay in the field of play. Sets it back now for Perinara at the base of the ruck. 5 metres out. Pops it up now for Clarke. Clarke fights his way to the line, just short. Jordan looking for another one. He's just short. Sevu Reece with the pick and go. We come back for the penalty against the Wallabies. They might seriously consider a shot at the 3 here. The Wallabies not rolling away. They've given away the penalty. 19 points to 13. A penalty is out towards the sideline. It is certainly not a give me 3 points. And they put it into touch. Beauden Barrett with the touch finder. They are going to set up the maul. That brings Cody Taylor into play. Cody Taylor's in play now, suddenly. Big throw, this one. He got the last one wrong. 54 minutes gone. 19 points to 13. Taylor goes to the back. Satiti claims it. The maul is collapsed immediately. The Wallabies push through, but the All Blacks manage to feed it to the back. Here's Cody Taylor well and truly in play now. He has got the ball at the back, but they're going backwards. Taylor breaks away, and he's brought down 5 out. Pick and go. Wallabies over the top of this one, looking for the turnover. All Blacks manage to maintain possession. Satiti now in front of the posts. Just a couple of metres short. Ball is out. Penalty advantage. Now they can play. Keeping it in tight, though, for now. Sam Cane. Perinara darts on his own. Tries to duck under the defence. That would have been good for the multi. Caleb Clarke is over the line. And Caleb Clarke gets a double. Oh, it's not Caleb Clarke. Who in Christ's name is it then? Tamati Williams. Wow. It's a try for the All Blacks anyway. Oh, yeah, okay. I see. The way that camera angle was, that 17 looked like an 11. The way the camera angle was, that 17 looked like an 11. Tamati Williams with the pick and go and the try. And Beauden Barrett converts quickly. And the All Blacks lead 24 points. Or 21 points to 13 now. 23 with the conversion. No, hang on. 26 points to 13. God damn it. We've reached that point of the night, folks, where I'm starting to make no sense at all. Back underway, and Savea takes the kickoff. All Blacks in possession. 26 points to 13. The clearing kick into touch. 13 points the difference. 21 and a half. They were given with the bookies, they being the All Blacks. UFC asks if I've seen a show called Baby Reindeer. I have not. I have heard of it. It's definitely a familiar sounding name. Wallabies go short. A little trick play from line-out time. And it's not straight. Starting to fluff their lines now, the Wallabies. The pressure is on, the scoreboard pressure that they find themselves under, on top of everything else. The replacements roll out now for both sides. I'll have a quick break myself too while this is going on. The scrum is set. Big push by the All Blacks again. Leonard Brown brings it away. Perinara, who's getting a lot of game time tonight, which is great for the multi. Penalty to the All Blacks. On the halfway line, or just shy of it. 26 points to 13. The All Blacks leading this one. Ratama is up. Cortez Ratama is up. We're running out of time here for TJP. This could be it. This could be the last little sequence of play that we see him in. Time for him to get down and dirty and score a try for us. 22 metres out from the try line. All Blacks throw to the middle. Claimed by Tupou Vai. And they set up the rolling maul from 22 out. Cody Taylor's got it at the back. Great shape here and a good push from the All Blacks. Taylor now breaks away. Runs sideways. Back towards the post. Sets up the ruck. Perinara still on there. Out to Tamati Williams, the try scorer. Penalty advantage now. What can they manufacture? Scotty Barrett. Just one out from the ruck. Goes into contact. Perinara now to Kane. Kane dances around in midfield. Quick ball, penalty to the Wallabies. Well, you're playing advantage, mate. I think he's actually blown a penalty to the All Blacks. He was just facing the wrong way, he being the referee. Because now one of the Wallabies is getting called out. Harry Wilson's been called out and he's getting a talking to. And I think that is the final warning. Any more penalties down this end of the field, and we're going to see a yellow card. Barrett puts it into touch, did not chew off anywhere near the amount of meters he would have been hoping for. The All Blacks will have this throw to the line out about 7 meters out from the try line. He definitely would have wanted it inside that 5 meter zone. Substitutes roll out here for the Wallabies. Gordon's coming off, I see. Tate McDermott's on. Tommy Lobb, ahoy mates. 26 points to 13 here. 60 minutes gone. Taylor throws to the middle. Scotty Barrett claims it. The maul is set. Cody Taylor's got it at the back. Big push here from the All Blacks. Taylor breaks away. Cody Taylor steps in field and he's brought down a couple of meters short. Oh, I thought we were on there for the multi. I thought we were on. Now Satiti tries to bump off the defence. A pick and go from Reese. Fires it back willy-nilly. Artie Sarvea comes away with it. Right in front of the sticks now. Tamati Williams wants a double. The big man fires it out to Scott Barrett. A metre short of the line now. All Blacks. Penalty advantage. Driving towards the line and just short. Perenara's now got it, pops it up for Vi, and Tupou Vi will score, and the All Blacks extend their lead now. 31 points to 13. It has taken 60 minutes, but finally, it's all become a little bit too much for the Wallabies. I thought Cody Taylor was on there for all money. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Referee. Yes. No. Referee's blowing his whistle. Time off. Oh, Beauden Barrett needed to race through that sequence and get the kick away. This try is not yet confirmed. This try is not yet confirmed. We are looking at a potential knock-on. Potential knock-on here from Sam Cane. And it looks like this one's getting scrubbed off. It will remain 26 points to 13. A knock-on against the All Blacks here. The first one there by Cody Taylor, and then a second one by Sam Cane at the back. So either way you look at it, knock on. Just take your pick of which player. Take your pick on this one. Well, they're still looking at it. They're still looking at it. Knocked on there by Cody Taylor. All right, we finally got there. We got there in the end. To call a knock-on against Cody Taylor in the ruck. The Wallabies are not out of the danger zone just yet, though. Try has been disallowed, so it remains 26 points to 13. Perenara's off the field. TJP off the field. There goes the multi. Which was, we were on a hiding to nothing on that multi anyway. Let's face it. It was a multi picked for price, not for expectation. Cortez Ratama is on the field. Damien McKenzie's on the field. McKenzie's come on for Sevu Reece. So McKenzie will come into number 10. I'm gathering. Beauden Barrett will shift to fullback, and Will Jordan will shift to the wing. Tate McDermott now for the Wallabies. They win that scrum and secure possession. Big changes for the All Blacks for this final 20. So McKenzie's on to replace Reece, but he will play 10. Beauden Barrett, who was 10, will shift to fullback. And Will Jordan, who was fullback, will shift out to the wing to replace Sevu Reece. Jacko Robertson, ahoy mate. How are you doing? Line out throw here for the All Blacks. About 12 metres inside Wallabies territory. They go to the middle, secure the ball. McKenzie now to Jordan, pops it up for Leonard Brown. Bumps off one, keeps this ball alive. Now straight up the middle with a good dart. I can't see who that was, but plants it back for Ratama. And the All Blacks with some good go forward here. Satiti to McKenzie. Out the back to Leonard Brown, who steps in field. Well defended. McKenzie eyes up half a gap. Throws it back now for Barrett. Beauden Barrett to Satiti in midfield. Inside the 22 they go, the All Blacks. Leading by 13. Barrett now onto Clarke. We need Clarke for a double. That's all we've got to cling to now. Caleb Clarke for a double. Still 22 out here, the All Blacks in midfield. Ruttimer comes left to Surveyor. Beauden Barrett out the back to McKenzie. Pops it up for Clarke. Caleb Clarke's in space. He slides over the try line. Caleb Clarke bags the double. And there is one bet successful. I hope you listened to me at the start of the stream. And I said Caleb Clarke 2+ try scorer. We didn't get the same game multi, but we have just nailed Caleb Clarke 2+ tries. And that is a win overall for the night. $14 bonus bet, $77 payout. That has more than covered our wages. That has more than covered us for the night. The Caleb Clarke double. A $14 bonus bet turned into a $77 return. Don't you dare blow your whistle, referee. There's nothing to look at there. Beauden Barrett gets the kick away. It's on target. It's right down the middle. And the All Blacks 33, Wallabies 13. And they're looking pretty good now to potentially cover this line that was 21.5. Wallabies go quick with the restart. Knock the ball on. Beauden Barrett. Dummies. Dummies again. And he's brought down by McDermott just shy of the halfway line. Kane to McKenzie. McKenzie goes through a half gap. Offloads for Satiti. And Satiti spills it. Knock-on advantage here for the Wallabies. And the Wallabies have the ball now inside All Blacks territory. Can they answer? For real, ahoy mate. Big defense from the All Blacks in midfield. G4ST says let's go. Kick over the top for Kellaway. Kellaway takes it on the full. He's got Wilson in support. Wilson's got McWright. And McWright's brought down. 10 out from the try line. Here come the Wallabies. It spills out the back for Lalesio. Keeps it alive. Back for McWright. Just to the right of the post. And a penalty now to the All Blacks. Penalty to the All Blacks. Well defended. 5 out from their own try line. Big defense. With 67 minutes gone. Rain hit a $98 boxed try scoring trifecta in Manly a while ago. Saab, Hopewade, and Tommy Turbo. Nice. Very good. Well done. Manly have been a big same game multi hit for me as well over the past couple of seasons. Jason Saab in particular, as Sam Cane comes off the field, replaced by Jacobson. Game number 100 for Sam Cane. What a performance. Loose ball out the back here for the All Blacks, but they managed to secure possession. Caleb Clarke, 2+ tries. They haven't paid me out yet. $67.5 gone. All Blacks leading by 20. Cortez Ruttimer with the box kick. It's close to the sideline. Clarke does well to keep it in play. Does he? No. Rain, I can tell you what I've got tonight, Rain. That's a good one. That is a good one. Luai, To'o, and Panthers 13 plus is a very, very solid bet. I can tell you my one. So I've gone 4 legs. I've gone To'o, Luke Garner, Sione Katoa, and I've linked Taruva and Mulatalo in a combo. Now, I put this bet on, incidentally. I put this bet on before I knew the weather conditions tonight. Apparently, pissing down rain in Sydney tonight. Apparently. So that might make a 4-legger quite difficult. Lennox Wilson, ahoy there. Do you reckon Beauden Barrett should be replaced? Well, he has been. Damien McKenzie's on the field. And Beauden Barrett has shifted to fullback. And Will Jordan has shifted out to the wing because Damien McKenzie came on for Sevu Reece. So he kind of has been. Now some space opens up for the Wallabies. Mick Wright has got Kellaway in support. Beauden Barrett with the try-saving tackle. But it's still on now for the Wallabies. They attack the left. 5 metres short. Quick ball here. McDermott fires it up for Mick Wright. Staying on the blind side. Wilson wraps around the back of the ruck. Trying to create numbers. But the All Blacks defend well. Jeremy Williams now. 5 out. 1 out from the ruck. Here goes Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson's over. Fires the ball back. Oh, he was over the line, Harry Wilson. Couldn't get it to ground, so he popped it back. And the Wallabies here, centimetres short. McDermott looks left, pops it up, 1 out from the ruck. They need something a little more expansive than this, I reckon. Quick ball now, some numbers to the left. They're close again, the Wallabies, but this All Blacks defence, immense. On their own goal line. And they are well and truly lined up now. Penalty advantage incoming. It'll be a try for the Wallabies, or they will get the opportunity to go again. Pick and go. He's over the line. Is he? Just short. Now they release it. Loose pass out the back. Lelesio to right. Wright puts the step on McKenzie. And McKenzie does well. 1-on-1 with Tom Wright to bring him down. Space around the ruck, though, for the Wallabies. And it's ripped away by Leonard Brown. Wallabies do well to maintain possession. Kellaway has got space out to the right here. But they can't get the ball to him. And Ikitau and Kellaway now get in each other's way. And the play breaks down. We come back for the penalty. We'll come all the way back for the penalty. A long advantage played. 71 gone. That was a big passage of play. And the referee is now having words with Scott Barrett and just letting him know that's your last chance now. The next man will be in the bin. Incredible defensive effort, though, from the All Blacks. The Wallabies with no choice now but to put this into touch. And a line-out throw, 5 metres out. 9 minutes to go. 20 points the difference. I can't imagine that they would get 3 converted tries in the space of 9 minutes, but certainly they can make this a much closer game. Line-out throw goes to the middle. The rolling maul is set, and it's set well. The All Blacks now pile in, but the Wallabies have got great shape here. They're close to the line here. Well defended. Half a metre out. Staying on the short side here. And spilling the ball forward. The crash ball. 1 out from the ruck. And Harry Wilson knocks it on. Immense goal line defence from the All Blacks. They have stood up on their own goal line here, determined not to give away any consolation points. Rain asks, where's Quade Cooper when you need him? I think Lelesio's the way forward for the Wallabies. From an All Blacks perspective, though, let's relax the rules about overseas players getting selected and get Richie Mo'unga back. Scrum down here for the All Blacks. Far side touchline, 5 out from the line. Ratama releases it. It was steady. That was scrappy out the back. Scott Barrett collects the loose ball. Ratama's got it. Back to McKenzie for clearance. McKenzie has got all the time in the world and probably a little too much time there for McKenzie. There was no pressure on him and it sprays off the side of the boot and into touch, still inside the 22. A terrible clearance. He had too much time there, D-Mac. And the Wallabies will go back on the attack, securing the ball at the middle of the line out. McWright's got it. He's hit hard. What a solid impact that was. McDermott now. Keeping it alive for Gleeson. McDermott's got it at the back again. Wallabies inside the 22, just creeping towards the posts. Big defense from Artie Salvea. Holds him up. Drives him backwards. Penalty to the All Blacks. The Wallabies holding on. Fantastic work there. The All Blacks, number 18. Kosi earns the turnover penalty. And they are determined here, the All Blacks. They are not going to give up any more points here to the Wallabies tonight. This is the most determined defensive effort that I've seen from them in quite some time. The attack has not been slick, lacking execution, but defensively, by God, they've been on fire tonight defensively. 13 points to the Wallabies, and it looks like that's all they're going to get. Lennox Wilson says, is Beauden Barrett your favourite All Black? No, my favourite All Black current era is Will Jordan. My favourite All Black of all time. And it's not just because he's got the same name as me. But my favourite All Black of all time, Dan Carter. And I'll tell you who else I liked, just to show my age a little bit here as well. I mean, obviously, Joe Delomu was always a big fan favourite. All Blacks go over the back of the line out. And McKenzie's got a little bit of space. Tosi fights off defenders. Welcome back, G4ST. They're 22 out from the line now. Ratama to McKenzie. On to Jacobson. Penalty to the Wallabies. Jacobson just got that a little bit wrong. Lelecio finds touch up on halfway. The Wallabies have been largely dominating possession the last 10 minutes or so of this match, but they have not been able to crack the All Blacks line. Their defense has been so solid. You know, I've still got Joe Delomu's autograph somewhere in my spare room there. I've got a whole bunch of merchandise. I've got Jonah Lomu, Tana Umaga, Andrew Mertens, Justin Marshall, and straight up the middle now. Goes right, kick off the outside of the boot, looking for Kellaway, who dives on the loose ball extremely well. Penalty to the Wallabies. Yellow card, who got that? A yellow card for Cortez Ratama. No, Caleb Clarke. Caleb Clarke's been given yellow. And the Wallabies trailing by 20 points. With 3.5 minutes to go. will be playing 15 versus 14 for the remainder of this match. Caleb Clarke gets to use all the hot water. It's funny, I've told the story on stream before, but for the benefit of the newcomers, there's always a great story that Blocker Roach in the NRL, Blocker Roach tells the story all the time about how Paul Sirenen, back when they played for the Balmain Tigers, as this maul collapses and it's up off the ground, and you know what that means? Turnover for the All Blacks, scrum down All Black feet. They've kept that ball off the ground successfully. But just Caleb Clarke getting sent to the bin there with a few minutes left means he gets to use all the hot water in the showers. And Blocker Roach, oh no, he doesn't, because he's got to sit on the sideline. There you go, he's got to sit on the sideline in the naughty chair. See, in the NRL, when you get sent to the bin, you go into the dressing room. In the rugby union, they've got the naughty chair on the sideline. But anyway, yeah, the story is Blocker Roach tells it all the time about how Paul Sirenen used to, when they played at a certain ground, Paul Sirenen used to purposely get himself sent off inside the last 10 minutes of a match because the hot water at this ground used to run out in the showers. So Paul Sirenen used to have this wise idea that he would get himself sent off inside the last 10 minutes if the game was already won. If Balmain had already secured victory, Paul Sirenen would get himself sent off early so that he could use the hot water in the showers, the cheeky bugger. DJ Shaq, ahoy mate. Outstanding defence by the All Blacks indeed. Spinner Shark, ahoy. Cheers from Bali. Oh, are you over there with Reece Walsh and Ezra Mam? Drum down here for the All Blacks. 10 out from their own line. Just a couple of minutes left in this game now. Ratama fires it out. Looking to exit their 22. The kick up to halfway. Kellaway takes it. Thinks about going quickly, Andrew Kellaway. But nothing doing there for the Wallabies. They will have to go traditional line out. Stolen by the All Blacks in the middle of the line out. It's loose out the back though. Jacobson spills it, dives on it. A comedy of errors there, but the All Blacks come away with the ball. Ratama to Williams, now McKenzie. Cut out pass to Sarvea, who's standing out wide on the wing. They'll go again, the All Blacks. 33 points to 13. 20 seconds to go in this game. It looks like they're going to stick at the 20 points. The All Blacks. They're not necessarily interested in scoring any more points, it seems. They haven't paid me out yet on that. Caleb Clarke to score 2 or more tries. They haven't paid me out yet. Full time. Sam Cane has a happy game number 100 and 33 points to 13. The All Blacks with the victory in Wellington, which has been traditionally a very unhappy hunting ground. Oh, Lennox Wilson says, remember Beauden Barrett scored the 2015 Rugby World Cup final against Australia? Yes, I remember that. The Wallabies inside the 22. Expansive play out wide to the left. Spills the ball into the hands of Ben Smith. The legendary Ben Smith kicks through. Beauden Barrett, with all the pace in the world, wins the chase to the ball. Puts a boot to it for the second kick. And it sits up for him to dive under the post and secure the Rugby World Cup. What a moment that was. I wish I was doing the channel back then and during that World Cup, because that would have been amazing to have my reaction to that captured for all time. I went ballistic. So it was an interesting lineup here tonight from the All Blacks. 33 points to 13. They've run out victorious. Beauden Barrett started at number 10. Geordie Barrett was nowhere to be found. Damien McKenzie from the bench. Interesting. What do we got? Oh, geez, I've got 30 minutes to get ready for the Rugby League. Right here on the Wasted World of Sports, Bledisloe Cup, done and dusted, a clean sweep for the All Blacks. 33 points to 13, victorious here in game number 2. After a 2-point victory, I believe it was, in game 1. I've got to go get myself ready because we've got coming up in half an hour, right here on the channel, Wasted World of Sports on YouTube, Wasted World of Sports on Facebook, Wasted World of Sports on TikTok. Coming up next, half an hour time, the Sharks take on the Panthers, the second preliminary final of the NRL, to see who will go through to face the Melbourne Storm in the grand final. Full time here, G4ST, 33 points to 13. The All Blacks victorious over the Wallabies. All right, Wasted World of Sports, thank you so much for your company here. Very much appreciated. As always, I will go get myself ready for this next game coming up. Here on the channel, wherever you're joining us from, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, 30 minutes time. Panthers, Sharks, coming up. Thank you so much once again, and we'll catch you then. Cheers.
Welcome to the wasted world of sports, where the game's just a backdrop for drunken retorts. Rugby league or union, it's all fair play, but it's the banter that steals the show. Hey, 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 hey. Ahoy, we're here to make some noise. It's all about the laughs, the fun, and the joys. Join us in our world where the banter is prime. Wasted world of sports, we're having a good time. Scrums and tries, they're all well and good, but we're here for the jokes and tank pass last. From the kickoff to the final whistle blow, we'll take the 2 and we're ready to go. Ahoy, passion and laughs are true. Oh, wasted world of sports, here's to all cheer. We'll see you on the pitch and drink